Well, what in the hell y'all doing sneaking up on me reading a book? Bunch of creeps and weirdos, I tell you what. I'm trying to read this book right here, Investing for Growth, recommended by one Mr. Ryan Williams. And y'all weirdos just sneak right up on somebody reading a book. What's going on? Happy to be back. Why is he doing a southern accent? Quite honestly, he doesn't know. He just does stuff that just pops. It just flitters right into the head, and we do it because I don't know. It's it's unique, right? We got that going. So, what a crazy week. I don't know. It's to be expected, right? The market goes up, the market goes down. It's what happens. But over the long haul, baby, the stock market goes up and to the right. Some of the companies in it, like Walgreens, yeah, they do poor. Their valuation gets reduced to almost nothing. Well, 10 billion, that's something. And then they go private. But if you're buying the whole market, no worries. So what's going on? We're going to do a fun little thing. I don't know how many of you listen to Invest Talk. By the way, I'm fighting some heartburn here. I just stopped at the Mariano's, which is owned by Kroger, and bought some Amy Lou chicken burgers. They're spinach, feta, Greek style, or something like that. Ate them, and man, we got some nasty heartburn. Come on, little Tums, kick in. So we'll wash it down with some tea, and hey, it's all good. We'll survive. But yeah, so we're gonna. I was telling you guys, if you listen to Invest Talk, I do. It's my daily thing. I love it. Every morning it comes out in the evening, and then water for heart. Hey, I got water and I got tea flavored water. You know, so people say you got sticks and leaves in that water to make tea water. And haggis herb. I don't think we've met. Are you in Scotland? We're planning a trip to Scotland. Hit a little bit of a snag. My anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Invest Talk. Let's finish one thought first before we move on to the next thing. We're gonna fill out a bracket live. We'll see how it goes, and it's anybody can do it. I have a link below. Invest Talk is KPP Financial, and they've had this show for 30 plus years. It was started by the founder. His grandson now runs the firm, hosts the show. So they have a contest they're doing for the second year in a row where Tino, where they do this thing called Market Madness. They set up a bracket, and it's complete dumb luck. All that it means, all that you have to do is the best performing stock that you pick, that's who wins the bracket. Just for that day, just on one day, whoever has the better stock price return. So, you know, it's not much skill into it because we don't know any given day, you know, what's going to happen with a stock. But we'll do that soon. Maybe we'll do it now. We'll fill it out together live. I got my phone going, so we'll be able to see some of your comments if you want to help me. I'll wait for a few more of you to file on in. So what have you guys been buying this week? Okay, here we go. Did you buy any dips? What did you pick up? I picked up 4 more shares of Nike at $77.99 and 1 share of VTI at $284.45. That's good. Got tea. And then also, if you guys get the newsletter, it's free and fantabulous. I don't know why you wouldn't. Oh no, Haggis is buying Yield Max. Oh boy. Oh buddy, which Yield Max funds? Like YMAX, that's just the fun family, right? But if you get the newsletter, I sold, hey, what's up, Steve? I sold a Next Star covered call. And yeah, some of you just joining us. We're going to do the, I'll give it a go at 10 minutes. So if you're tuning in after the fact here, 10-minute mark, we're going to go and fill out this bracket. And any of you can do it. There is a link in the description below. I didn't know that, Haggis, that Yield Max was its own ticker. Interesting. I assume it's Yield Max, right? YMAX. But yeah, you can win $1,000. KPP puts it on. KPP Financial from Invest Talk. Some of you may have heard. So I thought it'd be a fun thing to fill this out live. And Hey, we'll see what we can get. I would say I'll split it with all of you, but I don't know. I don't want to make those promises, and I don't even remember how I did last year. But it's just dumb luck. All right, what some of you bought? Let's see. It was an Amy Lou chicken burger. Maybe that's the problem. It was on sale. I don't know, but we're gonna be fighting through this heartburn. But it's okay. We'll make it. We'll survive. So let's see what you guys bought then. Matt. Sorry to call you Matthew, man. I know some people have done it to me. I go by Russ, but if somebody calls me Russell, I'll be like, what? OBDC. Which is OBDC? SCHD in Microsoft. That's not Blue Owl Capital, is it? Shannon, you're buying Chevron. Nicely done. I finished reading for the second time The Upsiders, or The Upsiders. Upside is an app that's where I used to get discounts on gas. I get cash back. The Outsiders is a book by William Thorndike written about some of the best performing CEOs. They're unconventional. What did they do? Studying them. So that was good. Alan, you didn't buy anything. And Chevron. Nice, Shannon. Oh, YMAX for the weekly dividends. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how they're generating. Is that a zero date to expiration, a zero DTE? Is that how they're generating that? I'm assuming they're using some kind of leverage and maybe a return of capital, small part of that. T Rose in a good price. It could be, yeah. Yeah, I put T Rose going ex dividend this week, so they've got. I think they're a 5% yield right now, if I remember right. Couple more minutes here. We'll do the bracket. It's amazing, right? Realty, Fast Teddy bought Realty Income. The last video I did, hey, this was a crazy week for me, so I needed something that was kind of quick to do, and yeah, that's what I did. So on the Realty Income, we got sorry, Eddie, to finish that, you bought SoFi, Nike, SCHD, Rollins, Nvidia, Berkshire B shares, Apple, and you're going to put one more in there, but Doc, what's up, man? Nice to see you. How's the haircutting going? Haircutting or styling? And people, some are saying, why doesn't he have G's on the end of his words? I don't know. My brain just decided not to throw a G on the end. Oh, Mark, what's up, man? Nice to see you back. Yeah, we were chatting a little bit. I think there's a comment I need to respond to you still, but we'll get to that. Why is Buffett selling? John, selling what? I mean, he's sold a lot of stuff, but I would assume it's because maybe thinks the market's overvalued. I think he's getting ready to step down and hand the reins over to Greg Abel. And I think he wants it to be more of his company, just to have that cash ready to do what he wants to do and deploy it. But, you'd have to ask Warren, man. We can only speculate. Again, remember that Todd Combs, who's the CEO of Geico, and Todd Combs and Ted Wexler, yeah, they're the lieutenants. They do a lot of autonomous buying and selling without Warren's direction. So remember, some buys and some sells could be Todd or Ted, and they don't disclose which one it is, so you never know. All right, we're gonna do this here in a minute. Jason, the investor, what's up, man? I don't think we've talked either before. Nice to see some new faces in there. But you bought DGRO and a lot of JEPQ. I haven't bought either of those. Amazon and Google too. Cool. Oh, so you could just buy all the Yield Max ETFs in one shot. I did not know that. I did go to grade school with somebody named Rusty. And actually his name was Rusty Allen. And I believe it was Rusty. I don't believe his name was Russell. I'm pretty sure. You wanted General Mills, want it back up? Hey, you can always still get it, Steve. John, you got General Mills and Hormel. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. We don't know Buffett's selling, so could be. But, use it as ideas, because it's funny. My wife just said, hey, didn't Warren Buffett say never buy tech stocks? Oh, we were talking about Microsoft and Netflix. And I was like, no, he said he doesn't buy them. He didn't say you shouldn't buy them. He just says, yeah, I don't buy them because I don't understand them. That's all. Nice. All right, Doc, you got your hair clients rocking. Dude, nice avatar. That's a man that knows hair. I love it. I love it. Bernard's buying more. Got a lot of DGRO and SCHD here, which SCHD held up nicely during that dip. SCHG, SPLG, just buying all the Schwab funds. GPIQ, I don't know that. Some of your other ones I'm not familiar with, reading those off. And, all right, here we go. Pat, you're following Buffett and stacking cash. Oh, that's right. We talked about it. You responded to the newsletter. So, all right, here we go. We're at 10 minutes. Let's get this show on the road. And I don't know why that did that so ready with that. I made myself small because why not? Here we go. Market Madness. This is what we want. Boom. There we go. So this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is... There it goes. Man, this heartburn sucks. So again, there's a link for this below. You can fill out a bracket yourself. So we're going to fill out the bracket. There we go. And hey, let's have some fun with this. I don't know. I'll wait a second. There you go. You got 8 days and 6 hours left to join the mayhem. So starting, I think we can all read this, right? Make it a little bit bigger. Right up there at the tippy top, Alphabet and Twilio. Again, this is just random stuff. So I'm going to go with the underdog here with, oh, geez. Wait a minute. What is going on? How did I not do it right? I guess I should have done a dry run of this. Okay, wait a minute. I'm picking Twilio. So what does that mean? How am I not? No, I guess beauty of live. Did it pick it as the winner? What the heck? Let's see. CrowdStrike and end phase. I'll go CrowdStrike. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I may not know what I'm doing here. I don't know. Oh, it's not. You're right. You're right. I got to do this. Good thing I have my... Let's start this over because it switched screens. Again, the beauty of live here. All right, how do I get back to my... Crying out loud. This whole thing's falling apart. All right, let's do it again. All right, now it's going to share. Here we go. So here. All right. So I don't know. This may not be working well because let's let it catch. There it is. All right. Okay, guys. So this is what you can do too by yourself, but I'm not understanding what, because I tried to pick Twilio and yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're having a problem with it, but when I click that, I don't see a... Oh, lovely. Well, I guess we'll pivot away from this because I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So this has been fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something going on with this, but or maybe I had to log in. Anyway. Oh, click the button below to begin voting. There. All right, here we go. I'll just go Dapper Dividends. All right. And then we'll use my that. Okay, there we go. Now we've got it figured out, everybody. So that's what I did. I did that for you. So we'll go Twilio. Now it should go quick. Enphase and CrowdStrike. I'll go CrowdStrike. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is on InvestTalk. You could win $1,000, and it's just for the price on that day. Whoever performs better. We'll go this one. Synopsis. Meta versus Axum Therapeutics. I've never heard of Axum, but we'll go Meta. This could take a while. We'll go quick. On Semiconductor and Siva. We'll go with the semis. Tesla and Iovance. IOVA. I will go IOVA, knock out Tesla. Arista and Palo Alto Networks. We'll go Arista. And then NVIDIA, App11. Go NVIDIA. App11's had some issues. Oh, so now it's just going to go that. Okay, in the bracket. Twilio and CrowdStrike. Yeah, this this might be too long if we were just going to have you guys I don't know, chime in on what to pick. Maybe the last, when we do the final four, I'll get some insight from you guys, but go CrowdStrike. How about Synopsys with the upset? Half of these companies I don't even know. And we'll go Semi again. I go Nvidia. Now we're into the final one, I think. How about CrowdStrike versus Nvidia, and then we'll have Nvidia take it. All right, so now we're on to the old economy. This is the old economy bracket. The first one was the new economy, so these ones we might know better, right? Got Caterpillar and Timken. I'm gonna go. I think Timken's lumber, right? Go Cat. Ooh, Eaton and Marathon. I'll go with Eaton. Albemarle and MP Materials Corp. I'll go Albemarle. I know them more. Ooh, Exxon and Antero. Go with the underdog Antero. Westrock and Carpenter. Westrock. Dow versus Magnolia Oil and Gas. Shout out if you guys haven't heard many of these. Oh, John J. Yeah, this is on Invest Talk. I thought this would play better, but as I'm doing it, I'm thinking this might be kind of boring. So we'll go really quick here, and then we'll do some news. We'll go with Dow, Pioneer, and Emerson. This is their March Madness bracket. Where a link in the description below. You could win too. Go Emerson. Ooh, 3M and Flowserve. I don't know Flowserve, but I'm gonna go them. Now it's whittling down Cat and Eaton. Go Eaton, Antero. See how quickly. Look at all the strategy I'm putting in this. Emerson. Go Antero. Stick with Emerson. Emerson and Antero. I guess it's Antero. All right, here we go. This is a good one now. Again, just joining in, link below. You can do this too. You'd rather watch Marriage Harden. All right, man. Maybe we'll stop this then. Here, I'll just go lightning quick. How about Realty Income, Avalon Bay, Constellation. Oh, Kilroy, Pfizer, and Brookfield. Again, guys, I thought this would be a little bit. This would play a little better. So we're almost done there. I go Procter and Gamble for Stag. I guess it's Constellation, although they've got some problems. About McCormick. We'll see who my champion is if that works. And again, this is also silly because it's just, I guess Procter and Gamble. How about it? I think we're almost done. So if you want me to look at a stock, put it in the chat now as I wrap this up, because I worked at an our house. We'll go with them. Home Depot and Celsius. We'll go and say if Celsius has a big day that day. But yeah, this is just thrilling and riveting, I know. So I don't know, guys. Let me know if you did this, if you're going to do it. Link below. I guess I don't need to point down. Nike. This is Invest Talk. You could win $1,000 doing this yourself. I wonder if you just picked all one side. Maybe I should have done that instead. Go Nike. I guess Nike. Oh, now I'm down to the final brackets. We'll just wrap this up. How about Nvidia? Go with Nike for the win there. I guess this is the championship, right? Championship prediction, Nike and Nvidia. It probably just names I know. We'll go with Nvidia, I guess. So there we go. That's it. And there's my tab. So boy, that was some March Madness. But I guess, yeah, I guess if you guys want to do it. So I have Nvidia beating Nike. Anyway, let's exit this. And then go back to this and say, hey, you know what? Sometimes some things sound like a really good idea before you go on until you start doing it. And then as I'm like 2 minutes in, I was like, I think this is going to be kind of boring, but I'm committed to it now. You know what, Steve? That's funny. I don't know. I should use my other email address, and maybe I'll do that later, and I'll just do the right. Whoever's on the right, just keep picking right all the way down. And wouldn't that be funny? Because that was just, yeah, Jason, you want to look at PCAR? We can do that for Jason. Let's see what else you guys, and then we'll do news here. I know, Matt, I'm sorry. That, again, apologies, people. That's that. What's up? Prez, what's going on, buddy? So, hey, you know what? That sounded like a good idea in my head, but that's the way that the cookie crumbles. That's the way it goes, huh? All right. All right, it's over. It's over. It'll never be done again. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hey, but this is what we do. You got to try new things because if you don't try new things, especially as a content creator, it's going to get boring as hell. So it might not, it's kind of like hit or miss. That's what we call it around here. Yeah, what are you buying, Prez? Anything on your watch list? How about all of you watching? What's your number one stock that you currently do not own that you would like to? For me, there's two. Like Costco's at the top, and then we've got Old Dominion Freight Line and Rollins, which is funny because Ryan shared both of those as well too. So, all right, you're at work listening in, working on a Sunday night. Oh man. Fast Eddie, that's funny. I did that Friday night. I was listening to a little bit of local radio here, WGN Radio, 720 AM, which is a Nexstar station. And one of the hosts had said, I think they were talking about books they like, and he said Demon Copperhead was one of the best novels he's ever read. And I was about to start an hour and a half drive to another job. So all I did was just go to Hoopla. If you're in the United States, fantastic hack. Hoopla and Libby, if you have a library card, which actually I think works internationally, maybe. I'd have to look into that. I don't know. But yeah, I put that in there and really good book. I'm hooked. It's 21 hours long, but I got paid to listen to a lot of it. So I listened to a lot of it. Yeah, Grill, I'll look at AMCR, which is Amcor. They do, their stock price is usually around like $10, $11 a share. I believe they're a dividend aristocrat, if not a king. But yeah, they do plastics. My old company, we worked at a couple Amcor facilities around the Chicagoland area, and it's just plastic bottles, plastic packaging, all kinds of plastic containers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to watch. John said, is there a way to make money buying a stock cheaper, like a call option and get, yeah, absolutely. It's called cash secured put. Now you could do naked puts. I wouldn't recommend it, but cash secured put. So using my Nexstar example, if I wanted to, we'll just say it's at $178 a share now, but I wanted to buy it at 165, then absolutely. I can sell a cash secured put. And that means that I enter a new contract and I have to buy those shares at $165. But if it closes above that, when the option expires, then I don't get to buy it. But it's cash secured because you have the $16,500 sitting in your brokerage account. But, it could not hit. And I lost out big with JP Morgan by doing that. Goofing around with, I think I've told you guys, goofing around with the covered calls. I had 100 shares of JP Morgan at, I believe it was like $108. It was right around 110 bucks. And I sold a couple covered calls at 120. One of them got exercised. And then I tried to sell a cash secured put, right? Because then I had $12,000. So I tried to buy sell a cash secured put to get more, right at $120. Or no, I tried to go cheaper, like $118 a share. Never hit. And it just kept going up and up. And now we see it at, what was it at? Like the 220s at one point. I'm just like, oh God. So I'm farting around with a couple $100 in option premium over a span of a couple months. If all I would have done was just bought those shares and did not a damn thing, I would have, and of course this is hindsight bias, but I would have probably been well over 10 grand of additional money, but whatever. Look at you guys, we're going to look up a lot here. So that's your answering your question, John. Pat, yes, I do like saying that you're either correct and you're either right, or you're either correct or you learn. It's a win-win either way. So yeah, you either win, I guess, but sometimes we learn the most when we are not correct. So learning is always a good thing. Frank wants to get MasterCard. That's a good one. Paulo wants to get into Merck. Merck, I think, is at a good price right now, Paulo. We'll look at that real quick because we'll at least do the valuation check for from Simply Safe. But yeah, Thermo Fisher. Doc, you want to get into that in Visa? Yeah, ODFL. All right, love the comments here. Matt, looking at, where'd that go? Oh, here you go. Matt, Snap-on, Rollins, or MasterCard? Good ones. Franklin, that's Franklin, not Resource. Is it called Franklin Resources? Ticker Ben. General Dynamics, I was in that one for a while. Bill Anders was one of those outsider CEOs. Dude was a pilot. He was in space. He just came in. He came in and completely started hacking away the business, decentralized it, sold, I think, their F-16 division to Lockheed, which people thought was crazy, but he liked the price they were offering. Steve, thoughts on UPS going to be another 3M or Leggett and Platt? Yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think about that too. I think they might be okay, but honestly, Amazon is really trying to cut into that business. Same with trucking. Amazon wants to be more in depth into the LTL, less than truckload. Yeah, Visa's been just ridiculous. Luckily, I got almost 40 shares under $280. I thought I had time. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep accumulating under 300. So I'm looking for it to go back there. Well, good thing I brushed my teeth, right, Adam? That's a weird thing on the large screen. Do that, man. If you're married, man, you never win and you're too stupid to learn. Well, it could be. It could be. All right, let's do some news. How about it, huh? How about it? We do some news. If I can do this right. Why isn't this working now? There we go. I'm just completely taking myself off. Here we go. All right. News from Simply Safe Dividends. Looking at the news, everybody. So starting with where we left off here, March 3rd, Armada Hoffler is a unique REIT with the business model that expand. That's interesting. I don't know much about Armada Hoffler, but they were downgraded their dividend safety score. Again, this is on simplysafedividends.com. You can sign up for your two-week free trial. Just an email address. That's all you need. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but you can do that. Just simplysafedividends.com. Check it out for yourself. Just create dozens and dozens of fake email addresses, and I guess you can continually use it. But Best Buy raised their dividend 1.1%, and they look reasonably valued. So again, pause the video if you want to read any of these. There's not too much this week. They downgraded land, Gladstone land, from 50 to 40, from borderline unsafe from borderline safe to unsafe. Interesting. Dividend pressure builds as Gladstone land restructures leases to help struggling farmers. Somebody in the chat, I don't remember who it was, but one of you, Gorilla Nurse, you buying land, ticker LAND. There you go. General Dynamics, just speak of the devil, raised their dividend 5.6%, which is their 28th consecutive year of annual growth. And that's interesting. You got to remember this, though. 70% of revenue is from government contracts. So not a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. You know, we'll see what happens with this Doge and all that. Realty Income, there you go. They reaffirmed their safety score of 80. And this was cool. This is where I got that chart from that, here, I'll show you. This is where I got the chart from that shows that they move almost, here you go. Make that a little bigger. So they point out that Realty Income's dividend yield has historically moved with the 10-year Treasury yield outside of market crashes, which we saw in 08-09 was a crash. there was a crash there. But yeah, so the blue line, the way to think about this is when that yield is high, when it's up, the stock price is low. And that's because treasuries are high. So people want to move into treasuries more, the orange line. But as treasuries start coming down, the 10-year treasury yield, as that starts dropping, people start buying into REITs, which is why you see the dividend yield come down. Because remember, right, with a REIT or any stock, when the share price goes up, the dividend yield goes down and vice versa. Share price down, yield up. So that's why when the blue line is really high, it means the prices have gone down. So except in market crashes, there you see which 09 where the treasury yield fell down to 2%. And anyway, so it has like that bubble, and it's kind of cool to see how Realty Income's dividend yield and share price kind of move opposite to the 10-year, right? And now we go back. So that's all they did. They reaffirmed. What am I doing here? Got some news bar. Reaffirmed the safety score for Realty Income. They refreshed their outlook on Rio Tinto, and if you're new, Simply Safe's outlook means that. Oh, nice. I forgot I had my phone on here so I can read some of your comments because normally I don't. But yeah, Alan Kroger. Oh, really? Kroger's your top performer. Got it. So the what they do at Simply Safe Dividends is it's a group, a couple people. Matt is one of the names. Brian Bollinger, which Simply Safe Dividends has their own YouTube channel. I recommend checking that out. And they give their own take on the business, on the company, so that it's not an algorithm or AI generated. These are human beings giving their opinion, and that's what the outlook is. And when they say they refresh it, it means they went through it and they might have edited or made a few changes to it. Vail, interesting one. Vail Resorts downgraded to 20. Very unsafe. So look out if you hold ticker MTN, Vail Resorts. Never been there. Maybe someday. And they are the world's largest ski resort operator. Last one here, I think. American Tower, ticker AMT, raised that dividend 4.9%. Their 13th consecutive year of payout growth. And they look pretty cheap right now, but I think there was issues with, we looked at them before. And then there you go. They, I read this on the podcast. So Walgreens going private in a $10 billion deal. And we can talk about that a little more if you want to. So, hey, Patel, I see you down there asking if anyone's buying the dip. And Haggis, you're buying SPYI. Nice. Nice. Okay, so, sorry to do that in your ears. Let's look up some of these for you. We got PCAR for my man, Jason. PACCAR. I think this one is one I was thinking of something else. Heavy machinery and equipment. I can understand this, industrials like that. So look at that, dude. 81, very safe. A+ credit rating. Remember, as they say, because I'll just read it to you. Credit ratings assess how a company can repay debt. It affects their borrowing costs. Usually when they have a stronger credit rating, they get better. They get cheaper borrowing to them and access to funding. So yeah, companies may cut dividends to protect or improve their credit ratings. So they got A+. That is investment grade. That's strong. We'll take a quick peek here. Founded in 1905. I love this. Look how small that this is. What's up, Craig? You've been to Vail Resorts. Oh, it's in. No kidding. Hey, we'll be talking soon, right? Anyway, PACCAR founded 1905. I love it. No kidding. I did not know they own Kenworth, Peterbilt, and DAF brands. I know Kenworth and Peterbilt. Nice. Aftermarket parts for these vehicles. Okay. And they have a financial arm too with the financial services. This is very interesting, Jason. You got me intrigued here. They cut the dividend during the last recession, though, so that's something to be aware of. You know, history doesn't always repeat, but it can rhyme. Yeah, they grow the dividend very fast. 4-year dividend growth streak. Looks like they kept it flat or may have cut it during the, oh, it's straight, it's flat during COVID. Going next dividend May 14th. So, oh wow, they did a special dividend on January 8th. Or they did December 20th, it was paid the 8th. Yeah, it looks like they could be a little overvalued based on the 5-year average dividend yield. They expect the price in the 83 to 102, so slightly overvalued. Yeah, you'd like to see the forward PE below the 5-year and the dividend yield above. But this is definitely a watch list. Yeah, look at that. Solid company. You can kind of tell. You get a feeling for just at that card what it's going to be. Legendary, you're waiting to buy Lockheed Martin, huh? All right. We own them. We still own them. But anyway, we're looking at PACCAR real quick here. I know. Not going to spend all night on this, but I love that free cash flow per share. It had tapered off a little, but it's way up. So, yeah, negative sales growth. So it looks like they go through some cycles every few years. Slight share dilution. I'd rather see them not do that, but I wonder why. That could be from stock option grants and they just don't buy enough back, but sales have flattened off. Yeah, nice margins, strong margins for PACCAR, and apparently no net debt. So very nice. Hard to go broke if you have very low debt, right? NXTR, Allen. What is NXTR? Not my NXST. Gorilla, you wanted Amcor. We'll look that up. And then on tap, we got real quick for you, Paulo Merck. So Amcor, I believe does somebody know? Different an aristocrat, right? Or are they a king? But yeah, they probably got a lot of shares outstanding because their share price is $10. Borderline safe. Dividend safety scored. Looks like they could be undervalued. Yeah, 1926. And what did I say? Packaging products globally. Yeah, rigid packaging. This is stuff that we worked at around here. And they're headquartered in Switzerland. I wonder if they're in Swiss francs. They increased the dividend during the last recession. Yeah, see, this is what you're not buying it for dividend growth. Very slow dividend growth here for Amcor. And like that note, Amcor was formed in 2019. The merger of Amcor and Bemis. I remember Bemis. They used to make toilet seats, I think, or something in the bathroom when I was a kid. I remember that name, Bemis. Called Beavis. Bemis and Butthead. 40, yeah, okay, they're an aristocrat. I could have just 41 years of growth. You're welcome, Jason. Amcor here, let's see. Looks like they could be undervalued. So yeah, these are good numbers we like to see. Gorilla Nurse. I don't think their stock price moves a lot, right? Between 8 and 11, so they're right in the middle. But oh, this is why I didn't like them. That's right. Free cash flow, way too high. I don't like that. They're not a REIT, so yeah, I don't like that really elevated free cash flow when they go over 100%, and that's why the dividend grows so slow. So I'll bet you, let's see, I haven't looked at the bottom yet, but I'll bet you they're funding that dividend growth with either debt or share dilution to keep that 41-year streak. But yeah, free cash flow per share, it's cyclical. It's down, up, down, up. Same thing with earnings per share. Yeah, I don't know. That's right. This is what kind of turned me off about this. No, they're buying back shares, so I'm going to guess maybe they got some debt going on then to fund the share buybacks and the dividend. Let's see. Total sales tapered off a bit. Decent margins for Amcor is what we're looking at here. Yeah, their net debt, there you go. So it was high, and now it's slowly been creeping up, and we'd like to see a higher interest coverage ratio. So it doesn't, and that's why they get that 50, I'm guessing, borderline safe. It just, I think there's better opportunities out there. TP call. Hey, it was in the bathroom, man. Does anyone remember what Bemis was? Merck. So there you go, Paulo. Simply Safe things that are undervalued at $94. They expect the range of 96 to 118, but yeah, A+ credit rating, very strong dividend. We'll just go quick on Merck here. So They had been at 99 very safe in 2021, but yeah, I remember Keytruda. Let's see. You get a bonus on this. Uh, Keytruda is going to expire in 2028. Let's see what they share, how much of their sales it is. God damn freaking heartburn. This sucks. I don't think I'm going to eat Amy Lou products ever again. Sorry, I wasn't going to say their name, but this is uncomfortable. They were founded over 350 years ago today. How cool is that? All right, where is it? Let me just find that up. There we go. Keytruda accounts for roughly half of Merck's sales, which was up from just around a third a couple of years ago. So then they go to say that AbbVie's Humira saw a decline of 30% in the first year after losing exclusivity. Pfizer's Lipitor was once the world's top-selling drug, experienced an 80% drop in revenue its first year after its patent expired. So that's could be an issue, Paolo, and that's why they went from 99 to 90. And I'm sure there's some more interesting stuff in here. Maybe you can pause the video as I was scrolling, but wait, they've paid a dividend without interruption for over 50 years. So real quick then, Paolo, average dividend growth. This is again Merck, 13 years of growth, 54 years uninterrupted. So I think they might be okay, but that's a gray area. And I don't know, Gorilla Nurse, what do you think about all this? This is your area, right? Yeah, they're toward the lower end of the 52-week price range. Very low free cash flow payout ratio, so that makes me feel a lot better. Free cash flow per share at all-time highs, same as earnings. So Merck, just solid. I mean, they don't get that very safe dividend safety score for nothing. But sales are still going up. Kind of slightly paused the buyback on shares. And let's see. Just, wow, look at that ROIC. Very, very, those are really good margins. Like free cash flow margin, 28%. That means 28 cents out of every dollar in revenue coming in is making its way to free cash flow. And with the free cash flow, that's what pays the dividend, right? You don't pay the dividend out of earnings, is the way I've read it. So yeah, with the free cash flow, you can pay a dividend, you can buy back shares, you can carry that as cash on the balance sheet. You can use it to reinvest in the business, mergers and acquisitions, things like that. So free cash flow, I think, is the lifeblood of the business. So you love those big margins like that, which is interesting. And they go through those cycles, 29 and 15 down to 11, 26, 14, 28. And yeah, net debt is manageable with plenty of interest coverage ratio. If you're new and watching and you don't know what interest coverage ratio is, that tells us how many dollars of operating income or EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes, does a company have to cover every $1 of interest on the debt. So currently Merck has $19.58 of operating income to easily cover every $1 of interest on the debt. Yay, we made that. All right. All right. Yeah, and I think now it comes back to me, Gorilla, that Amcor, because I had worked there and I'd been inside the business and seeing how it operates. I mean, right, just because I'm watching them punch out bottles and things. Oh, dude, those plastic pellets would get everywhere by the loading dock because a lot of I think it's called a PET, something like that. They get big cardboard boxes of little plastic pellets, and then whatever, they have their molds on site, and then the plastic melts down and takes the shape of whatever that is. So yes, I remembered, Jim. Specialty toilet seats. It was at my grandparents' house, and my grandparents why is he pointing at us? They were in the Chicago suburbs, which I'm in the Chicago suburbs too. They were in Berwyn, Illinois. If you all watch Sven Gulli, you'll get that reference. Shout out Sven Gulli, Rich Kaz from WGN. But they had pink in their bathroom, and Jim, you're a gentleman that has spent more time on this planet than I have. But do you remember the story or anybody behind pink bathrooms? I think it had something to do with, right, Lady Bird Johnson? Or was it Eisenhower's wife? I think it might have been Ike's wife. Ike had a wife, right? Should know. But one of them, it had something to do with you looked well off if you had pink bathrooms. So my grandparents had pink tiles in the bathroom, and they had it was just pink tiles if I remember right. But I will never forget that. Alan, you want to buy Nexstar? Hey, they've if you get the newsletter, you can see. I read the chart, and I think forecasting that stuff is to make astrology look respectable. Am I Canadian? Well, I hope I don't sound Canadian. You don't hear me saying yeah, hey there and a. Oh God, I wish I could do it. Oh gosh, now are you Canadian? No. Hey, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to the Dapper Dividend. I can't do it. I had it, and I lost it because my brain was like, I think you're messing it up. You're not doing it right. I know they just say a lot, so. All right, good. I remembered Bemis, so. Bemis with the toilet seats. Bemis for the win. And Bemis is how you say Beavis, I guess, if you have a Beavis. You got a cold, you say Bemis. What did I say? Bemis? I don't know what I said. Read that as Merrick at first. Oh, did he say Merrick or did I say it Merrick? I don't know. AbbVie, the Skyrizi and Rinvox sales. And that's something we always have to remember is the patents wear out, their exclusivity wears out. So yeah, just remember that. That's the key date. And that's probably what a lot of people are seeing is 2028 on the horizon. So I think Merck is going to need to buy something or either have something show great promise. But yeah, what did we say? Keytruda was half of their revenue. So if they take a hit to that, then yeah, that would not be good for them. But they've been around for so long, right? And what does Warren Buffett say? He says he has no idea how to assess the drugs that are in a company's pipeline, in a pharmaceutical company's pipeline. So what he likes to do is just buy the big names when they're trading really cheap. Because if you buy them and hold them long enough at cheap prices, they're going to have them. So you hold, he said, a basket of the pharmaceuticals because again, unless you have specific knowledge and you're like me or like me, a welder, how the hell do I know what drug that's in Pfizer's pipeline is going to do well? So Bryce, yeah, let's see this fix. We'll look at that real quick for a minute. Fast Eddie wants Siri. What's up, Kevin? Hope I get to check you out tomorrow night. Indiana Burgess. I always try and think of something strange to throw at you. I'll find one eventually. Maybe not tomorrow. I'll surprise you. Do they really have Svengoolie still on MeTV? Craig, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, the reconstitution. So, all right. From O Block. What's O Block? Are you saying Oak Brook or O Block? Jim, you did remember it. Yeah, one major. Yes, the brain's working. First Lady Mamie Eisenhower, whose love for pink made it a symbol of femininity, elegance, and modernity. Her fondness for the color even led to the nickname Mamie Pink. See, and I didn't know that, but my grandparents bought that house and they did some remodeling 20 years before I was born in the 70s. So, yeah, 15 years. Anyway, now you know. If you ever see a pink bathroom, it's probably in an old house. And that's why. Yeah, light pink. Yeah, Canada. What did they say? Canada is America's hat. I know, buddy. I need you to do it. And that's the thing. I talked to an actual Canuck, an actual Canadian, Craig, and you sound nothing like you're from Canada. Maybe you do. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you've been down there in Florida for too long. Oh, I got you, Alan. I got you. All right, I'm almost caught up in these comments, so. Cheap imitation. Yeah, I'm the, when I do accents, like that Canadian accent, that would be the the discount bin at the dollar store version of a Canadian accent, okay? You get what you pay here, right? You didn't pay anything to get it. Well, you're paying with your time, so I guess you did pay something. Nothing's free, right? But well, if you watch the show, we started it out. I just threw out some Southern accent, which, by the way, Demon Copperhead, again, I'm reading, really good book. People are like, can you stop pointing at us? That's a Southern accent. So I think it's the person reading it has a Southern accent. Maybe not does, but has. And yeah, I had never even heard of Melungeon before. You guys ever heard of the term Melungeon? I hope it's not a slur, but I don't think it is. Yeah, a good Canadian accent on that's even better, buddy. Yeah, it's like if you squint and you can imagine it is. Oh, the UP. All I know about the UP is you guys are Upers and you say ya hater. Oh, ya hater. Okay, all right, all right. Oh, look at next there. Can we run through these really quickly? Let's see. Fix Syria next there. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Well, let's look, guys. Just for you, my friends, and I didn't write your names down, so apologies. Konnichiwa, y'all. Fix is the first one. Oop. Nope, not the what the hell is this I clicked on? Polio Beyond. Hell yes. That's my new favorite word. Polio Beyond. Well, my grandpappy was called Polio Past, and he wanted my daddy, he ended up naming me Folio Beyond Junior. So, Folio Beyond. Oh my God, it's a Sunday night, huh? Why is my face like that? You need more real estate. There you go. All right, we won't look at this, but maybe we will. No, don't buy Fix P. Folio Beyond. What are we looking at? I don't even know anymore, people. Comfort systems. All right, pause the video. Whoever's watched, asked for this if you want to look in depth, but I'll see if I think it looks undervalued, no credit rating. I'll try and stop on some of these. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Just, there you go. Increase the dividend during the recession. 12 years dividend growth. There's your payment details. Looks like it is barely squeaking in undervalued. No, 320. Anyway, looks undervalued. I'm going to guess they don't have a lot of shares outstanding. Folio Beyond. If you say it 3 times, very low payout ratios, so they can easily cover that dividend and pay that dividend. Yeah, really nice free cash flow per share. Geez, that's been a monster. Look at that sales growth. It's astronomical. This is a really good company, man. Just looking really quick. Great, fantastic margins. Yeah, operating margin could be a little higher. Apparently, they have no net debt. Yeah, their debt was 25%. $112. Great company. Very solid. What do they do? Let's see real quick. Founded 1917. Install, renovate, maintain, and repair HVAC systems as well as plumbing and electrical systems. Hey, that's definitely AI proof. The bots ain't gonna be taking over that yet. Low dividend yield, but still, this is an interesting one, man. I may listen to an earnings call or two. Nice pick. Siri, somebody from Berkshire was selling this, right? Or did they buy more? I don't even remember. Looks like it may be undervalued. They merged with a bunch of Liberty Media, right? Liberty Media's merged. So 50, borderline safe. Slow dividend growth. Really high though. So yeah, this one just doesn't excite me. Looks to be way undervalued. But that's based on the dividend yield. So let's switch it to PE. By the 5-year PE, still looks like it could be undervalued. But I don't know, man. Do any of you pay for Sirius? Shannon, nice to see you. I'm going to get through these couple before we take off. But low payout ratio so they can keep paying that dividend. Free cash flow per share taking a hit. Again, this is a combined business with Liberty Media. Liberty. Total sales not coming down. Don't like to see that. Shares outstanding still dropping. So, margin's not the greatest. Declining, compressing free cash flow margin. A decent amount of net debt. So I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. And I look at the underlying business. I just don't want to own. They say if you buy even one share, you should look at it as if you're buying the whole business. Kevin Folio Beyond. And the last one, my next there. Yeah, this one, I like it. We'll show you a few things. It's the debt, but we'll see. They use a lot of leverage, and hey, that's the one thing that I may be right on, but or that it bothers me. So yeah, real quick, they grow the dividend quick. 60 borderline safe. They do have a weak credit rating score. So hopefully that will get bumped up eventually. Won't need to be that big. There you go. There's my shares. Currently, I'm up 12.4%. They're giving me, kicking me $900 of annual income. No dividend paid previous to the recession. Yeah, their dividend growth so this last one of 10% was really low. But look at that 10-year CAGR's 27%, 5-year CAGR 30%. They can't grow it like that in perpetuity, but they still have a low payout ratio. Going to ex-dividend May 9th. Yeah, paying out $7.44 annually. We don't have enough time for me to go ahead and tell you all about Nexstar. But yeah, they think they're overvalued because this is based on the PE. Yeah, dividend yield's way up there because a lot industry headwinds. The market doesn't like it. They think that they are going to struggle. Payout ratios crept up a little, but still really low. So they're just a free cash flow machine. In the even years, they have bumps from the political ad spend. Remember, every 2 years, there's an election with the midterms coming up here in 26. But yeah, sales growth's 10%. I like that. Sales not growing gangbusters, but they could because the caps for owning. Yeah, actually, this is wrong. This shows 32.8 million. They're down to 30.6 million shares outstanding. They've been buying back shares like crazy. Yeah, I like their margins are good. Solid margins, 21% free cash flow margin, and the net debt. So that's the issue here. And I'd like to see them pay it down a little bit faster. But yeah, we'll see. That's my one worry. Everything's great, but I'm not the biggest fan of their debt. So that's been a bit of a point of contention there. So there you go. That's Nexstar. Let me get caught up to you guys before I scoot on out. But let's see. The UP loves hockey. Oh, hacky. There you go. You see? Not that almost. I can't. I don't want to. I have all these. It's like that movie with John Cusack when he's in the hotel. All these accents trying to do in my head. Got Borat up in there and. Oh, my friend. Very, very good. I'm sure that's not right to say. But Jim initiated a position in JCI. Is that Johnson Controls? Yes. Did I was going to say something else. It literally sounded like I was just having a conversation with myself, huh? I know, Steve. I know, but it's the right word. It's still the right word. So here's my thing. Liberty. Which is the emu? Which is the emu? Is that Liberty too? No, that's Emu and Doug. I like that one. That one's cute. He just said cute. Is that Liberty? Who's the emu? The guy leaving home. Yeah, the free. So here's my thing with XM, and I know I've told it before, but sometimes you just fall ass backward into dumb luck. Somewhere around 2009-ish, 10, coming out of the last recession, they were offering a lifetime subscription. I think it was $399. And I was like, why wouldn't I do that? Granted, this is before I was listening to podcasts all the time, and radio, terrestrial radio sucked pretty much. And I loved listening to music. So, yeah, I had the head unit, right? But I did it. And then after a while, I just wasn't, once podcasts really hit big, maybe 2017, 18, I was just all about podcasts. So it was all podcasts. And I very rarely used Sirius. But the app, a couple years ago, I got on the app, punched in my login information, and that's how I listen to Sirius now. So apparently I'll have it forever and ever. Cody, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in here at the end. That's Chicago. Chicago is it's like the Bulls, you know? The Bulls you get I don't know. I can't do it now. I have the accent, right? I have the freaking accent, but you know, my friend, trying to turn your accent up to 11, you know, you come in the front room, you take your gym shoes off. I don't know. It's like, come on, you jag off. I see now I'm reverting back. Well, I'll work on doing my own accent. Wait, what? Hold on. O Block is one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago. That's a new one to me, dude. I've never heard of O Block. I've heard of like K Town. I grew up on just off 26th Street. So K Town is all the streets all start with K. Like you got Costner, Kildare, Kedvale, Kilpatrick, I think is what I've just made up a Chicago street name. But you have all the K streets. Every street is a K. But O Town, or O Block, I've never heard of that neighborhood, man. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Now you got me. Liberty Mutual. Thank you. Um, yeah. Here, Lee. Okay. Limu Emu and Doug. Oh, we're getting silly here, but yeah. So Garfield Park is a really bad neighborhood, and Inglewood is also a really bad neighborhood. By the way, last summer, I worked at the Inglewood Post Office, which, and I know this is the its east wall in the basement was part of the outer wall of the infamous H.H. Holmes murder castle. So that was a dark spot there. But if you guys have ever, dude, are you sure you're talking about Chicago, my beloved Chicago? You have to watch more super fans. All right, O Block. I'm gonna look it up. I don't even know what drill rappers are. Oh, Scott from Guam. What are you doing in Guam? Why are you in Guam? You with the military? Hey, Cody, it's big city, I guess. It shows to go ya that I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go and hang out in O Block. We'll do some interviews with people there. Parkway Gardens. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. There's a lot of Chicago neighborhoods, you know, but obviously, I mean, look at me. look at the person you're talking to. Does it look like I hang around a lot where drill rappers come from in one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago? Not likely, not likely. So, and it's unfortunate to say that, but oh, and see, Cody, you're right, man. I mean, I don't. Parkway Gardens apartments. Yeah, I know what neighborhoods to steer. I mean, through work, sometimes I work close to areas like this, but I'm gonna look up exactly where that was. You know, we work at postal facilities all over the city, and it's the way it is, right? That's the way of the world. But hey, I don't know. That's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the cookie crumbles here on the Dapper Dividends podcast. You know, if what are you looking for? Look at me. Look at my skin. You look like I'm hanging out in Parkway Gardens there. I'm over by Wrigley Field. You know, they call it the world's biggest gay bar. I don't know. I don't got a problem with the gays over there, Boys Town, North Halstead. Now, I spend time on Nord Halstead. That's a place that I hang out. Me and the wife sometimes. It's nice people. They're nice people up on Nord Halstead there. We'll get it, but anyway, strange, everybody. You never know. That's why people just jumped off the bridge on that. Anyway, it's Sunday night. Hoping for some more deals here. And you sound like the Blues Brothers. John, the Blues Brothers, you got Jake and Elwood. They're from Chicago. They started out in Joliet. You got Joliet Jake. Nah, I don't sound like that anymore. All right. That's it. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna have a couple barley pops, wind down this Sunday night, and dude, we'll do it again Sunday. So looking forward to it. Fix, really cool one. Comfort Systems. I'm gonna be looking into that one, and who knows? Maybe I'll throw it on a future. Maybe I'll throw it on a future video. Huh? So love you guys. I'll talk to you later. See ya.